On the third row from Trenton, Ontario, the 9 of Joshua Black. Outside Black from Brighton, Ontario, the number 7 of AJ Rinaldi. On the fourth row from Carrying Place, Ontario, the 77 of Kaylee Weiss. Outside Weiss in the 151E is Eli Mayhew from Petawawa, Ontario. The only way I could tell the 151s apart right now is the rear inside tire. Brian McDonald has red on it. I don't see an E on that door panel.
No surprise here, Sandercock way out front.
Sandercock, King, Ryan Lambert, Joshua Black, and Kaylee Weiss are your top 5.
Somebody's wheel cover went flying up into turn 1. It's a good thing we got a fence there.
The 9 of Joshua Black's going to go pit side. It's still Charlie Sandercock, Curtis King, Ryan Lambert, Kaylee Weiss, Josh Alverdove, Eli Mayhew, and AJ Rinaldi. Excuse me. Halfway flags are now up for Charlie Sandercock. Curtis King in the 07, Josh Alverdove in the 4J, turns it sideways up in turn 4, and that's going to bring out a caution.
You know, Tim, we had 3 different races going on there. We had our race leader, then we had Pack 1, and then Pack 2. But now we're all back together again like a happy family.
Well, I don't know if Charlie would be very happy with that caution, because that's going to put Curtis King right beside him with a couple laps to go.
Moving time, but Charlie's been so fast and so good out of the jump that King's got his hands full if he's going to take Sandercock on this restart.
Charlie Sandercock, the race leader, obviously he gets to choose inside-outside groove. He's going to choose the outside for this restart. Happy the way it sits. They're going to come to green right away. It's green and go. Charlie Sandercock in the 57, the 07 of Curtis King. Ryan Lambert in the 41, stuck in behind King, so Kaylee Weiss out to the outside in the 77. Lambert's going to look to the inside of Curtis King as they go down the front chute.
Wow! Nice move on the inside. The 41 takes King. Lambert now in second spot.
Sandercock, Lambert, Curtis King, Kaylee Weiss, Eli Mayhew, AJ Rinaldi, and Josh Alverdove.
King said he's not leaving that door open for Weiss to sneak through with 1 lap to go.
Sandercock, Lambert, King, Weiss, Rinaldi, Mayhew, and Alverdove.
Weiss had to check up there.
There's your qualifying winner, 57 of Charlie Sandercock. Ryan Lambert in the 41. Curtis King in the 07, the 77 of Kaylee Weiss and AJ.
Five points from our race points leader, number 5. And they're starting side by side. Every position counts.
I think it's a 5-point interval in the qualifier, so you finish 1 spot ahead of Steve Baldwin, and you're going to be tied going into the feature. And with not many weeks left, every point is crucial for these gentlemen in these cars.
Kyle Sopas is going to be hard to beat, though. And when he's out front, man, oh man, he's hard to pass. And we've seen that in the past here at the Brighton Speedway. So this is going to be an excellent heat. Here we go.
Sopas, Rinaldi bring the field to life as they go down the front straightaway. Kyle Sopas in the 11, the 3 of Nathan Rinaldi's going to tuck down in behind. The 5 of Steve Baldwin is going to take over Rinaldi on the second spot. Brandon Mowat's going to look to the outside of Rinaldi as they head up the back straight. That's going to leave Brian McDonald to look down on the inside of Rinaldi. It's Sopaz, Baldwin, Rinaldi, Mowat, and McDonald. King, Seymour, and Mowat.
Wow! McDonald says, fine, leave that door open, I'm coming through.
Rinaldi and McDonald are battling for the 3-4 spot, and that's going to let Curtis King go down underneath. Halfway flags are in the air for Sopaz and Steve Baldwin. Austin King in the 89, the 151 of Brian McDonald. Rinaldi in the 3, the 46 of Brandon Mowat. The 05 of James Seymour and the 2 of Leslie Mowat. This is not what Brandon Mowat was looking for. Such a gap in between him and Steve Baldwin.
Definitely not the results that he was looking for. He'll try better in the mains.
White flag is out for Kyle Sopaz, Steve Baldwin, Austin King, Brian McDonald, Nathan Rinaldi, James Seymour, Brandon Mowat, and Leslie Mowat. There's your qualifying winner, Steve. You called him. Kyle Sopaz in the 11 car. Steve Baldwin picks up second in the 5 car. 89 of Austin King takes home third. 151 of Brian McDonald fourth, and the 3 of Nathan Rinaldi going to round the top 5. Computer is lying to me. The green flags are in the air. It's green to go. Steve Baldwin, Kaylee Weiss, Curtis King, Kyle Sopaz going to make a charge to the inside. Steve Baldwin, Kaylee Weiss, and then they're going to come marching 2 by 2. It's Sopaz and Curtis King. Austin King looks to the inside. Charlie Sandercock looking to the outside. It's Brian McDonald, Ryan Lambert, the Rinaldi boys. We got one stuffed up over the end in turn 1 and 2. We could just see the tail fins of it. And it looks like it's Nathan Rinaldi by elimination of cars here. And Nathan pulls the number 3 car back up onto the number 1 turn there. Steve Baldwin in the 5 car, Kaylee Weiss in the 77, the 11 of Kyle Sopaz, Austin King in the 89, Charlie Sandercock in the 57, the 07 of Curtis King, Brian McDonald in the 151, the 41 is Ryan Lambert. They start to double the field up on the back straightaway. White flag will be coming out this time by Baldwin, Weiss, row 1. Sopaz, Austin King, row 2. Sandercock, Curtis King, row 3. McDonald and Lambert, row 4. AJ Rinaldi and James Seymour, row 5. Mowat and Black, row 6. Overdove and Mowat, row 7. Mayhew and Nathan Rinaldi on the 8th row. Green flag is in the air one more time. It's green to go. Steve Baldwin in the 5 car gets a great jump on the restart. We got a melee down in turn 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3 cars sitting there. Nathan Rinaldi appears to be one of them. Curtis King. And the 3rd car is the 9 of Joshua Black. All cars pull out under their own power. Baldwin Weiss, row 1. Sopaz, Austin King, row 2. Sandercock McDonald, row 3. Ryan Lambert, AJ Rinaldi on the 4th row. Seymour Mowat, row 5. Overdove and Mowat, row 6. Mayhew and Nathan Rinaldi. Curtis King takes the 07 car into the pit area. Joshua Black gets his spot back up in the pack. Race director is happy with the lineup. Starter has a green flag in his hand. Baldwin, Kaylee Weiss on row 1. They'll bring the field to life when they hit the yellow tires up in 3 and 4. Baldwin, your race leader, he gets to fire first. It's green and go. Kyle Sopaz gets a great jump on that restart. Tucks himself up into 2nd place. Kaylee Weiss, Brian McDonald, Charlie Sandercock are your top 5. Steve Baldwin, Sopaz, Kaylee Weiss, McDonald. Steve Baldwin walking away from the front of the pack. Kyle Sopaz, Brian McDonald, Kaylee Weiss, Charlie Sandercock are your top 5. Austin King, Anthony Rinaldi, Brandon Mowat, Ryan Lambert, and James Seymour. Steve Baldwin with a couple car lengths lead now over Kyle Sopaz. Brian McDonald in the 151. Kaylee Weiss, Charlie Sandercock, and Austin King battle through 3 and 4. AJ Rinaldi grabs a part of the wall on the front straightaway and does not look good for his car.
No, that number 7 is twisted all up there. I can see some of the back end of the vehicle all tore to pieces.
Just got a little close to the wall and the high marbles there. It's pretty loose along the wall. You can't see it there, but that's where all the dust and the pebble come rolling off. As soon as you get into that, he got a hold of that and obviously bit the wall.
.46 chasing down Steve Baldwin for the championship. It was a mere 5 points before we started tonight's action. Mowat is back in the pack with Baldwin leading. If Baldwin holds on to win, he'll gain a little breathing room, but he'll still need to do well to hold that lead. Steve Baldwin looking like his old self tonight. For the past couple of races, we've had other drivers come to the top and do very well. Sopaz has done well. Mowat's done well, winning 2 in a row. And with Sandercock being in the mix, you never know what could happen. But that 151 of McDonald racing really well tonight in the second row.
Green flag is in the air one more time. Steve Baldwin fires first. It's green and go.
Gets a good jump, but not as much breathing room as he'd like on Sopaz for second. McDonald challenging that second spot with Weiss on the outside coming through 3 and 4.
Steve Baldwin, Kyle Sopaz, Brian McDonald, Kaylee Weiss and Charlie Sandercock are your top 5, but here comes Brandon Mowat, going to stick his nose in there and see where he can go. Kaylee Weiss falls off the pace. That's going to draw caution back out onto the racetrack.
That, my friend, was not a light jab. It was a bit of a bang.
AJ Rinaldi gets the 7 car. But it's like Kaylee Weiss, almost, to me, she lost power coming up by that first tire. She lost power, and Sandercock went around her with ease, and then Brandon Mowat was right there.
Plowed right into the back end of her and turned her around in turns 3. Sopaz will get another shot at our race leader in Steve Baldwin. Sandercock now moves up a spot. You can never count out Sandercock, wherever he is on the track. Brandon Mowat now moves up into the 3rd row.
Steve Baldwin in the 5 car. The 11 of Kyle Sopaz are on the front row. Brian McDonald, Charlie Sandercock are on the 2nd row. Brandon Mowat, Austin King on the 3rd row. Ryan Lambert, James Seabour on the 4th row. Leslie Mowat, Nathan Rinaldi on the 5th row. Josh Overdove and Eli Mayhew, 6th row. Josh Blacken, Anthony Rinaldi on the 7th row. Kaylee Weiss fires the car. She'll pull up tail. White flag is on the racetrack.
Good to see Leslie in the 21 racing for Rich Sanders, who's recovering from surgery, and speedy recovery to Rich. We're looking forward to seeing him back at the track next year, but Leslie filling in for the remainder of the year.
White flag or green flag is in the air as they come through the turns. Steve Baldwin fires first. It's green and go.
McDonald's fast, but Mowat come right underneath him. Now he's in a battle with Sandercock on the outside. He's on the inside for that 3rd spot. Here comes Brandon Mowat now in the mix. Mullen by Sandercock, chasing down McDonald, who got squirrely on the backstretch.
Every spot that Brandon Mullen can pick off now, that's one spot closer to that lead car. That's who he's chasing. Steve Baldwin in the 5, the 11 of Sopaz. Brian McDonald, the 151, and Brandon Mullen in the 46. Keeps it tucked right down to the bottom edge.
We've got a caution again. I think that's King. And the 89 got twisted in one.
Eli Mayhew into the pits and right back out. So he's going to join tail. Austin King will be on the tail. Steve Baldwin, Kyle Sopaz on the front row. Brian McDonald and Brandon Mullen, row number 2. Sandercock and Ryan Lambert, row number 3. Nathan Rinaldi has worked his way back up to the 4th row inside James Seymour. Leslie Mowat and Joshua Black is on the 5th row. Josh Overdove and Kaylee Weiss are on the 6th row. AJ Rinaldi and Austin King are on the 7th row. Eli Mayhew is on the 8th row. The green flag is in the air. Baldwin fires first, and we're underway one more time.
Almost a perfect start once again from our race leader, number 5, and Steve Baldwin. Lots of company on the outside. Sopaz is fast.
Brandon Mullen puts a charge on the outside of Brian McDonald. He's going to take over 3rd spot. Now he's got his eyes focused on those 1-2 spots as they are very close in sight. Kaylee Weiss, the 77, is going to duck down onto the infield on the back straightaway, come to rest. Josh Overdove meets the tires up in turn 4 to draw out another caution here in our Vanderlaan Building Product Late Model Division feature race.
Baldwin always gets about a 2-car lead late, and then bam, got caution. Sopaz is getting close to solving the mystery of the number 5 out front. With each restart, he gets a little closer. And of course, Mo's licking his chops.
Steve Baldwin's going to start on the inside. Kyle Sopaz outside, row number 1. That's going to put Brandon Mullen right behind Steve Baldwin, who he is chasing down for this championship this year. Baldwin opened up the gap a little bit further during the qualifiers as he finished way ahead of Brandon Mullen. Green flag is in the air one more time. Baldwin and Sopaz bring the field to life.
Wow, that is close for that top spot coming into 3 and 4. Sopaz right on the tail of Baldwin, but there's Mullen too. And we got a whole bunch of cars. It looks like Lambert in the 41 is just twisted up like a tin can. Got Seymour over there.
Well, Steve, the White Sox give it a go tonight. They took the Yankees to 11 innings, but the Yankees won at 5-3 in the 11th.
Oh, they should only get half a point for that. So the Yankee fans, they win tonight and move just a little bit closer in the standings. 2.5 games back of the Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays will meet the Brew Crew again tomorrow afternoon. So go, Jays go. Let's solve the Brew Crew and pick up a victory and hold off those Yankees. And White Sox, do us a favor. We'll send you a check in the mail. I think the mission is that Steve Baldwin says, as long as I keep Mowat behind me, I'm doing okay. He gained some ground on Mowat when he was in the heats. And if he can stay ahead of him here, he'll have a little breathing room, but not much.
As they start to reset the field on the back straightaway. Steve Baldwin, Kyle Sopaz, Brandon Mowat. Brian McDonald should be outside Mowat. Charlie Sandercock, Ryan Lambert. I'd be just guessing if I tried to set it the rest of the way because Rinaldi's missing.
Yeah, there's a few missing cars. I see Weiss was out there. Not anymore.
Single file starts now by the looks of it.
I'm seeing double with the 151. Can't tell hide nor hair who's who. Sandercock way up high at 1 and 2. Doesn't gain any ground. Try at 3 and 4.
41 of Ryan Lambert lost power on the back straightaway. He's trying to limp it into the pit area. Keep this one under green. Steve Baldwin.
Second spot, Tim.
As they come through, halfway flags are in the air. Baldwin. It is Sandercock and Kyle Sopaz. And caution on the racetrack.
You know, Tim, I think we're approaching a record here of cautions for late models.
I believe Eli Mayhew down there in the 151 gets it turned around. He's still under his own power down there. Brings it up back to the racetrack.
Well, he didn't hit the car wash. That's good news.
But the big question is, did the caution come out before Steve Baldwin got back to the line? And if so, that I believe it. The way it's looking here is Kyle Sopaz is going to line up outside him in second spot. Charlie Sandercock challenging the decision here. I'm looking at the scoreboard up here on the top end, and it does have Sopaz in second. 5:11, 57, 46 is what I'm hearing next door.
That last restart, Mowat lost a lot of ground and slipped back into fourth spot. Couldn't get that low side to work. He loves the high side. Start Single file again.
Single file, lights are out, green flag is in the air. Steve Baldwin. Baldwin, Sopaz, Sandercock, Mowat, and Mowat.
Mowat underneath Sandercock for that third spot.
Once again, halfway flags are out.
Mowat takes the second spot. Third spot. Can't count.
Got his eyes set on the back of the 11 of Sopaz. He's going to look to the inside of him. Sopaz going to tuck it right back down on the inside. Sandercock looks to the outside.
The longer they race, the more company they're going to get from Sandercock.
Steve Baldwin in the 5 car. The 11 of...
Oh! Sandercock could not hold on and slipped right off turn 1. And hopefully he did not flip. He was sideways off turn 1.
Here's Sandercock back to the racetrack. Baldwin, Sopaz, Mowat, and Mowat. It's still Steve Baldwin out front, Kyle Sopaz, Brandon Mowat, Leslie Mowat, Joshua Black, James Seymour, Austin King, AJ Rinaldi.
Somebody's $50 bill just started flying through the air. It's falling down the infield.
And would you know it, we got a caution. AJ Rinaldi in the 7 car up off turn 3.
So he's got it fired up. He's going to turn it around and rejoin the pack. Well, we're taking him down 2 laps at a time. It's good to see Sandercock rejoin the party. Are you having fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Woo! One fan of the stand clapped, and I appreciate that. Thank you so very much.
$19 laps down, 11 more to go.
But how many more cautions? That's what I want to know. 11 laps, 14 more cautions. Just joking. We're going to keep it clean.
One more trip around to the green flag.
Still to come tonight, we've got that $2,500 check to present to the winners of the Lawns We Do 360 Sprint 25-lap shootout. What would you do with $2,500?
Have fun.
Yeah. Here we go.
Can we do it? Can we do it? Baldwin, Sopaz, Mowat, and Joshua Black are your top 5.
Mowat on the outside is Sopaz up high, coming around 3 and 4. Gets by the grandstand and takes over the second spot. But he's really high going through 1 and 2. Still green, Tim.
He's going to get it tucked down. He throws it high again. He's got to get it tucked down in front of Sopaz. Now he's got his eyes focused on that leader.
He likes that high side. So does Steve Baldwin.
And as much as we don't want to see it, he's hoping for a caution now so he could close that gap right up and start right behind him. Baldwin, Mowat, Sopaz. AJ Rinaldi limping up the back straightaway. He's going to duck into the pit area over there. 5 laps remain as they come down the front straightaway now. 5 to go for Baldwin, Mowat, Sopaz.
Four to go. No change in this race. And still green. Even lap traffic won't slow down our race leader and Steve Baldwin. As fast as Steve Baldwin is, that's how fast Mowat is, and he's losing ground to Steve. 2 laps to go. Here we go. Baldwin with a huge lead over our second race leader. Down to our last lap. Baldwin now just cruising through 3 and 4. Come across the finish line with that checkered flag for Steve Baldwin. Brandon Moulton 46 and Sopaz in the podium position at number 3.